The TGIF report is brought to you by 717 Credit Union.
Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to the TGIF report. I'm Mike Moliterno. Well, it looks like this may be the first summer-like weekend of 2024, and that means a lot of you will probably spend some time in the yard, and that means possibly encountering some bees. So in this video from our archives, we take an up-close look at the art and science behind safely removing bees. From house calls to complex bee rescues, the Bee Man in Austintown is committed to preserving our buzzing friends while keeping communities safe. These honeybees are taking a break from their busy day to enjoy a drink in this bird bath. Obviously, bees need to drink, but it's something most people really never think about.
Just make it out to Bob the Beeman.
Helping people get a better understanding of bees is one of the goals of Bob the Beeman, a local bee removal service.
We're more of a niche business where we focus, completely on bees. I understand you have some bees there?
If you call Bob the Beeman, you'll likely meet Travis Watson, who does most of the service calls. He says the late summer is the busy season.
Monday and Tuesday this week, both. I was finishing up my last call with a flashlight because the sun had gone down.
This time of the summer, most of the calls are for yellow jackets, like this nest here in Boardman.
Here and here.
That was also the case at Diane Finesilver's home in Liberty.
I noticed that there are bees going in and out of a hole in the siding of my house.
Because yellow jackets are aggressive and aren't pollinators, they'll be exterminated. But the result was much different the first time Finesilver called about honeybees in her garden.
Because they're pollinators, she was concerned about them, so we convinced her not to do anything with them, just to sort of leave them go, and sort of taught her some precautions that she could take to avoid getting stung from those.
And hopefully next year they'll be gone and find somewhere else to nest.
Which is what makes Bob the Beeman service so unique. Bob's will only destroy pollinators such as honey or bumblebees if they pose a direct threat to humans. The rest of the time, the bees are either left alone or removed and placed with beekeepers in the area. Here we see them using a homemade device that sucks up and traps the bees so they can be safely transported.
When you come at it from that approach where you are a beekeeper to begin with, that sort of changes your perspective. You care about the bees. You want to preserve the bees. You're in the Mahoning Columbiana Beekeepers Association, so there's no shortage of people who need honeybees that you know.
The Bob behind Bob the Beeman is Watson's grandfather, Bob Shemlek, who started the business 35 years ago.
Everybody would have a bee problem, they'd call me and they'd want me to take freebies, but I found out 99% of the time they weren't honeybees. They were yellow jackets, hornets, carpenter bees, bumblebees, digger bees, mason bees. There's a whole bunch of different bees we have, because most people don't know the difference.
Yellow jackets can sting multiple times and have a shiny black and yellow pattern, while honeybees can only sting once and have a brown and black pattern.
Honeybees are really important to the environment. Without honeybees, we wouldn't have 60% of our crops because they all have to be pollinated.
After many years of decline, the honeybee population has shown signs of recovery. The U.S. Agriculture Department reports commercial honeybee colonies rose 3% in 2017, and the number of hives lost to colony collapse disorder fell 27%.
I have a strong appreciation for how industrious they are, for how really beautiful a lot of their hives and nests are.
As the day goes on, Watson encounters a variety of situations.
Yellow jackets.
Yellow jackets in the ground.
There they are.
Yellow jackets in the wall.
Oh, there's their entrance.
Bumblebees in the ground.
Is it okay if you would leave these go?
And honeybees in the wall.
If they're not a threat to you back here, I don't like to kill honeybees.
Watson says anyone who has bees and is unsure if they're pollinators should call before they take any action.
A lot of times we can tell over the phone if they're honeybees, and we can tell you whether they can be saved or not. And, a lot of times people don't know these things, and so they just go ahead and spray them, and then that makes it so we can't save them.
Watson is currently testing out his first Bob the Beeman franchise in Canton and hopes to expand into Cleveland next year.
It's a really cool job just to get to work with something that's that complex and that can play that big of a role in nature.
Whenever there's honeybees around, people will want to get rid of them, and I always try to convince them if they're up out of the way, leave them there, let them do their thing. It's a good thing to have around.
717 Credit Union. Savings power to give your business an extra boost. Business savings, certificates, and business money market. 717 Credit Union. Make your money work as hard as you do. Check out our business money market and CD rates at 717cu.com/rates.